Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Agyan Trimanandasya Jnananjan Shalakya Chachumilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Gurume Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthapitam En Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mayam Dadati Sabdantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shivutkambalam Sri Guru Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagun Ratam Vitam Tam Sacham Savdetam Savadutam Parajan Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagan Lalta Vishaka Vintancha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenbandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Radhaka Namastute Tapt Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vindavane Sri Vishabhanusate Devi Pramriye Vansha Kalpaturvarsh Kripa Sindhyavacha Patitanam Pavnu Vaishnu Namo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advait Gadharvashadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. The chapter name is the divine and demonic nature. Then that is the divine nature. Divine means the quality which connects qualities or activities which are connected to Lord actually or Lord Sri Krishna actually. This is the divine qualities, and demonic qualities that keep that away actually from the Lord actually. So divine qualities, these are a set of the qualities actually. You have the noble characteristics. They cause for liberation. The divine qualities are conducive to the liberation actually. Conducive means favorable to liberation actually. If one follows these qualities, his liberation is must actually in this life actually. And the aim of life is that to liberate from this material world actually, to attain Lord Sri Krishna actually. In this chapter, there are 26 qualities actually. So we have to get these 26 qualities. Though we need not to make any special efforts to get these qualities actually, because when we perform the devotional service to the Lord, these qualities are automatically acquired. No special efforts are required actually. Only we have to do the devotion service to the Lord. We must have a trust and faith in Lord Krishna actually. He is our protector actually. He is the maintainer of ourself actually. Not only ourself, maintainer of the three worlds actually. This we have to think actually. The aim of life is that to get liberation from this material world, to end the suffering of birth, death, old age and disease actually. These are miseries of the life actually. Old age is the biggest miseries of life actually. Lot of people are suffering in this actually. By liberation from this material world means this is the end to our miseries actually. And I think so, the Prabhu is well known actually to this actually, isn't it? This must actually cause. So why, how these are liberated? This is liberated by following these 26 qualities actually. And how these are acquired? These are acquired by following the instructions contained in the scriptures and authoritative structure. Authoritative instructions means from the pure devotees or from our spiritual master actually. We have to follow the instruction of the spiritual master strictly actually. Then and only then we can perform the devotions to the Lord actually. So there are two kind of beings actually. One is called the divine and another is called the demonic actually. Those who are born with the divine qualities actually, they follow a regulated life. A regulated life means they follow a life according to the instructions laid down in the scriptures actually. This is known as the regulated life actually. Means just as you have to get up early in the morning, we have to take bath, we have to attend the temple, we have to read scriptures, we have to attend classes actually, we must be in association of devotees, right? To listen to the holy name of Lord Krishna actually, to chant the holy name Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, and listen to the stories relating to the Lord Krishna actually. These are the things actually. Those who are divine in demonic nature actually, they have no regulated life actually. They act whimsically actually. They do not follow the scriptures actually. They do according to their own way actually. So this is the demonic activities. So demonic activities, they are conditioned in this life actually, birth after death. They have to remain on this material birth after birth actually. So those who are born with the divine qualities for a regular life, and that is to say they are abide by the scriptures. Those who do not follow regulated life as per the scriptures act according to their own whims, called demons actually. Ya shastra vidhi ussarjya vartate kam karata nasa siddhma apnoti na sukam na param gati. Those who are demons actually, it is written here. Those who discard the scripture injunctions and acts according to own whims actually attain neither perfection nor happiness nor supreme destination. These are three things actually. One who wants to get the supreme destination means one must have the perfection in their life. Perfection means perfection in devotion service, perfection in the service to the Lord actually. Then and only then they can attain the supreme destination actually. Because they do not follow the scriptures, they do according to own whims actually, they cannot attain this liberation actually. So in another way we can say that we are conditioned in this material world. So conditioned living entities are also divided into two classes in this world. Those are born with divine qualities, follow a regulated life, and that is to say, abide by the injunction of the scriptures and by the authoritative instructions. One should perform duty in the light of authoritative instructions. If your spiritual master says, do this, you do according to this. If you say yes, then you will advance in devotional service. If you do not follow his instruction, then you cannot advance that. When you have to follow his instruction, then and only then you can advance in the life actually. To follow the scriptures is known as, the mentality is called a divine. One who does not follow every principle as they are laid down in the scriptures, acts according to their own whims, is called demonic. Those who are divine in nature has to follow the transcendental activities. Transcendental activities, devotional service actually, and that are conducive to liberation actually. One has to perform duties as prescribed in these structures actually. Or as per the instruction of pure devotees or the spiritual master actually. As per those who are not faithful to the Lord Krishna actually, one must be faithful to the Lord Krishna and his spiritual master also. और श्रद्धाना पुरुषा धर्मस्य अस्य परम तप अप्राप्य मा निवर्तन्ते मृत्यु संसार वर्तमनि. Those who are not faithful on the path of devotional service cannot attain me. This is the condition actually. But return to the birth and death in this material world actually. One must be faithful. How can we be faithful? He has to follow the instructions of the contained in scriptures as well as from the pure devotees and spiritual master actually. The demonic are always in the mode of passion and ignorance. But the persons who are in divine nature, they always act in the mode of goodness. And demonic persons, they act in the mode of passion and ignorance. For them, there is no eternal love for Krishna actually, and hence their mind is always influenced by the lust actually. The lust is always unsatiated. It is just as you put fuel in the fire actually. It will never end actually. Goes on burning actually. Lust actually. Lust to sense gratification, material lust actually. This is against the liberation actually. One has to give attention to the Lord Krishna only. Then and only then one can get liberation actually. That this lust is always unsatisfied. That turns into wrath actually. Wrath is transformed into illusion, and illusion controls, and illusion continues in the material existence. The lust is the greatest enemy of the living entities. Due to which the demonic persons are always entangled in material world actually. यज्ञर्थार कर्म अन्यत्र लोकोयम कर्म बंधना तदर्थम कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्त संग समाचरः. यज्ञर्थार, the work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, the work causes bondage in this material world actually. Means you have to perform the work for Krishna actually. You must have to be Krishna conscious in this world actually. Otherwise, if you do the work actually for material existence actually, then that will cause bondage in material world actually. But those who are divine nature actually, they work only for the Krishna, Lord Krishna actually. They are always in Krishna consciousness. That's why they are liberated from this material world actually. They work for the satisfaction of the Lord Krishna actually. Those who are divine in nature work for satisfaction of Vishnu, whereas the demons are always work for their own satisfaction actually. This is the difference actually. They work for their own satisfaction, for sense gratification actually. But divine nature people, they work for the satisfaction of the Krishna actually. They chant the holy name of Lord Krishna actually. Their heart is cleansed of all the misgivings, all the bad things actually. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. And the demonic people, because of their heart is full of dirt, actually, they are always entangled in this material world, actually. यज्ञ शिष्टा सिंसंतो मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्वशः भजन्ते तु अगम पापा ये पच्यन्ति आत्मकारणात्. So those who are divine in nature, what they do? They are devotees of the Lord, actually. They are released from all kinds of sins, actually, because they eat food only which is offered first to the Lord Krishna, actually, as sacrifice. Others means demonic people who prepare food for themselves, for their sense gratification. They eat sins, actually. The sins go on accumulating, actually. And always go in the hellish life, actually. So, those who are in divine nature, actually, they are situated in the transcendence, actually. Transcendental means they are at once above this three modes of material nature, actually. They are always in a liberated condition, actually. And what they do? They realize that they are the part and parcel of the Lord Krishna, actually. But demonic do not realize that they are part and parcel of Lord Krishna, actually, because they do not consider such things, actually, divine things, actually. The divine people, they experience the spiritual bliss and knowledge, free from cycle and birth and death, by engaging in devotional service and understanding the divine nature of the Krishna. And now, in this chapter, there are 26 qualities, 26 divine qualities that we have to study. Now, let us start from this. You speak after me. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Avayam Satta Sansuddhi. Jnana Yoga Vivastitihi. Danam Damascha Yagyascha. Swadhyaya Tapa Arjavam. Ahimsa Satyam Krodha. Tam Akrodh. Ahimsa Satyam Akrodha. Tyaga Shanti Apaisunam. Daya Bhutesu Aloluptam. Mardavam Hir Achapalam. Teja Chama Dhriti Socham. Adroho Nati Manita. Bhavanti Sampadam Devim. Abhijatasya Bharata. I think you can repeat any one of. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Avayam Satya Sansuddhi. Avayam Satya Sansuddhi. Jnana Yoga Vivastitihi. Dana Damascha Yagyascha. Swadhyaya Tapa Arjavam. Continue. You continue. Ahimsa Satyam Akrodha. Tyaga Shantir Apaisunam. Daya Bhuteshu Aloluptam. मार्दव हीर अचापलम।
नेक्स्ट
कोई भी कंटिन्यू। तेज क्षमा धृति शौचम बोलो।
तेजक्षमादति शौचम
शौचम अद्रोह मानता।
अद्रोनाति मानिता
भवन्ति संपदम दैवीम
भवन्ति संपदं दैवीं
अभिजातस्य भारत।
अभिजातस्य भारत।
माता जी, एनीवन कैन स्पीक?
श्री भगवान वाच
श्री भगवान उवाच
अभयं सत्त्व संसिद्धि
अभयं सत्त्व संशुद्धि
ज्ञानी योगा विवस्थितः
ज्ञान योगा व्यवस्थितः
दानं दमश्च यज्ञश्च
दानं दमश्च यज्ञश्च
स्वाध्यायस्तपः
तपः
अहिंसा सत्यं क्रोधस्त्यागः
अहिंसा सत्यम
क्रोध
अक्रोधः
त्यागः शान्तिर्पैशुनम्
त्यागः
शान्तिरपैशुनम्
दया भूतेषु लोलुप्यं
दया भूतेषु अलुप्तम
माधवं चापलम्
मार्दवम हीरचापलम
तेजः क्षमः धृतिः स
तेजक्षमादति शौचम
द्रोहो नातिमानिता
अद्रोहो नातिमानता
भवन्ति सम्पदं दैवीं
भवन्ति संपदं दैवीं
विज्ञातस्य
अभिजातस्य भारत।
अभिजातस्य भारत।
माता जी कैन स्पीक? एनीवन? श्री भगवान उवाच अभयं सत्त्वं संशुद्धि
ज्ञानयोगव्यवस्थितिः
दानं दमश्च यज्ञश्च
स्वाध्यायस्तपार्जवम् अहिंसा
ज्ञानं सत्यम
सत्यम
अक्रोध
अक्रोधः त्यागः शान्तिरपैशुनम्
दया भूतेषु अलुप्तम मार्दव
तेजक्षमादति
शौचम
अद्रोनाति मानिता भवन्ति सम्पदं दैवीम् अभिजातस्य भारत।
हरे कृष्ण। नाउ ट्रांसलेशन। word to word translation. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha,
श्री भगवान वाच
Supreme Personality of Godhead said,
Supreme Personality of God has said,
Abhayam,
Abhayam,
fearlessness,
fearlessness,
Sattva Samsuddhi,
Sattva Sansuddhi,
purification of one's existence,
purification of one's existence,
Jnana,
Jnana,
in knowledge,
knowledge,
Yoga,
Yoga,
of linking up,
of linking up,
Vivastitah,
Vyavastitahe,
this situation,
this situation,
Danam,
Dhanam,
charity,
charity,
Dama,
Dhamma,
controlling the mind,
controlling the mind,
Cha,
Cha,
and
and
Yajna,
Jagya,
performance of sacrifice,
performance of sacrifice,
Cha,
Cha,
and
and
Swadhyaya,
Swadhyaya,
study of Vedic literature,
study of Vedic literature,
Tapa,
Tapa,
austerity,
austerity,
Arjavam,
Arjavam,
simplicity,
simplicity,
Ahimsa,
Ahimsa,
non-violence,
non-violence,
Satyam,
Satyam,
truthfulness,
truthfulness,
Akrodha,
Akrudha,
freedom from anger,
freedom from anger,
Tyagaha,
Tyaga,
renunciation,
renunciation,
Santihi,
Santi,
tranquility,
tranquility,
Apassionam,
Apaisanam,
aversion to fault finding,
aversion of all finding,
Daya,
Daya,
mercy, Bhuteshu,
Bhuteshu,
towards all living entities,
towards all living entities,
Aloluptam,
Aluluptam,
freedom from greed,
freedom from greed,
Mardavam,
Mardavam,
gentleness,
gentleness,
Hari,
Hri,
modesty,
modesty,
Achapalam,
Achapalam,
determination,
determination,
Teja,
Tejaha,
vigor,
vigor,
Kshama,
Shama,
forgiveness,
forgiveness,
Dhriti,
Dhriti,
fortitude,
fortitude,
Socham,
Saucham,
cleanliness,
cleanliness,
adroha,
adroha,
freedom from envy,
freedom from envy,
na,
na,
not,
not,
atimanita,
atimanita,
expectation of honor,
expectation of honor,
bhavanti,
bhavanti,
are,
are,
sampadam,
sampadam,
of qualities,
the qualities,
devam,
daivim,
the transcendental nature,
the transcendental nature,
avijatasya,
avijatasya,
of one who is born of
of one who is born of
Bharataha,
Bharata,
O son of Bharata.
or son of Bharata.
ट्रांसलेशन बाय डिवाइन के शिला प्रभुपाद की हाँ ओहो ऊपर चला गया द सुप्रीम पर्सनल गॉड हैड सेड fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, study of Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault-finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy and from the passion for honor. These transcendent qualities, O son of Bharata, belong to the godly man endowed with divine nature. These are 26 qualities actually. The Prabhupada has explained in the purport these qualities actually, so we have to give attention actually, right? In the beginning of the 15th chapter, the banyan tree of the material world was explained. The extra roots coming out of it were compared to the activities of the living entities. Some auspicious, some inauspicious. In the 9th chapter also, the devas are godly and the asuras, the ungodly or demons, were explained. Now, according to the Vedic rites, activities in the mode of goodness are considered auspicious for progress on the path of liberation. This is important actually. We have to act always in the mode of goodness actually. Oh, yes. Yes, and such activities are known as Devi Prakriti, transcendental by nature. Those who are situated in the transcendental nature make progress on the path of liberation actually. So you also have to be in the transcendental platform actually. Then and only then you can progress actually. Means you have to absorb in the activities of Lord Krishna 24 hours a day, right? In his activities actually, right? Just as coming to the temple, preparing prasad, bhog for the Lord actually, and there are various activities actually. You have to involve yourself actually, always engage yourself. These are the transcendental activities actually. Those who are situated in the transcendental nature make progress on the path of liberation. For those who are acting in the mode of passion and ignorance, on the other hand, there is no possibility of liberation actually. So those who are demonic actually, they are always act in the mode of passion and ignorance. So there is no possibility of their liberation actually, right? Either they will have to remain in this material world as human being, or they will descend among the species of the animals, even lower life forms. In the 16th chapter, the Lord explained both the transcendental nature and its attendant qualities, and the demonic nature and its qualities. He also explained the advantages and disadvantages of these qualities. In coming text actually, the Lord Krishna has explained the demonic qualities also. The word abhijatasya, in reference to one born of transcendental qualities or godly tendencies, is very significant actually. To beget a child is a godly atmosphere. In a godly atmosphere is known as in the Vedic scripture as Garbhadhan Sanskar. In the parents, if the parents wants a child in the godly qualities, they should follow the 10 principles recommended for the social life of the human beings actually. I think 10 principles, I think more or less they are also included here actually. So we have to follow all these transcendental qualities actually. In Bhagavad-Gita, we have studied also before that sex life of begetting a good child in Krishna himself. Sex life is not condemned provided the process is used in Krishna consciousness actually. Those who are in Krishna consciousness at least should not beget children like cats and dogs, but should beget them so that they may become Krishna conscious, birth after birth actually. That should be the advantage of children born of a father and mother, absorbed in Krishna consciousness. So this is necessary actually. One have to be absorbed in the activities of Krishna consciousness actually. The social institution known as Varnashram Dharma, the institution dividing society into 4 divisions of social life and 4 occupational divisions or castes, is not meant to divide the human society according to birth. Such divisions are in terms of educational qualification. They are to keep the society in a state of peace and prosperity. The qualities mentioned herein are explained as transcendental qualities, meant for making a person progress in spiritual understanding so that he can get liberated from the material world. These qualities are conducive to liberation from the material world. Thus it is written actually, right? In the Varnashram institution, the sannyasi, there are actually Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya actually, a sannyasi above the Brahman also actually. Here the Prabhupada has written regarding sannyasi. In the Varnashram institution, the sannyasi or the person in the renounced order of life is considered to be head or the spiritual master of all the social status and orders. Brahman is considered to be spiritual master of the 3 other sections of the society, namely the Kshatriya, the Vaishya and the Sudra. But a sannyasi who is on the top of the institution is considered to be the spiritual master of the Brahman also. For a sannyasi, the first qualification should be fearlessness. Fearlessness is everybody fears of God. Everybody actually. Because they do not have trust and faith in Lord actually, Krishna actually. That's why they fear actually. They fear the loss of material things actually. What will happen actually? They accumulate the material things actually, and they fear the loss of material things actually. The sannyasi has to be alone without any support or guarantee of support actually. But I mean to say, without the support of the Lord Krishna actually or the Lord actually, one cannot exist actually. One cannot be happy actually. The support of the Lord Krishna is required for each and everybody. Because a sannyasi has to be alone without any support or guarantee of support, he has simply to depend on mercy of the Supreme Personal God. If one thinks, after I leave my connection, who will protect me? He will not accept the renounced order of life. One must be fully convinced that Krishna or Supreme Personality of Godhead, in his localized aspect as Paramatma, is always within, that he is seeing everything and he always knows what one intends to do. One must thus have firm conviction that Krishna as Paramatma will take care of a soul surrendered to him. This is the first actually condition actually. One has to surrender to the Lord Krishna, and then and only then he will take care of you actually. Without surrendering to the Krishna, he will not take care of you actually. This is the condition actually, right? This is the surrendered soul actually. I shall never be alone. One should think, even if I live in the darkest region of the forest, I shall be accompanied by Krishna. He will give me all protection. That conviction is called abhayam, fearlessness. This state of mind is necessary for a person in the renounced sort of life. This is the thing. The God is always with you actually, in every condition actually. And you should not feel fear actually, you should be out of fear actually. Then he has to purify the existence. There are so many rules and regulations to be followed in the renounced order of life. The most important of all, a sannyasi is strictly forbidden to have any intimate relationship with a woman. He is even forbidden to talk with a woman in a secluded place. Lord Chaitanya was an idle sannyasi, and when he was at Puri, his feminine devotees could not even come near to offer their respect actually. They were advised to bow down from a distant place. This is not a sign of hatred for women as a class, but it is a structure imposed on the sannyasi. It is a structure imposed on sannyasi actually. Not to have close connection with women actually. One has to follow the rules and regulations of the particular status of life. Not only sannyasi, one should not have intimate relation with a woman other than his wife also, because this will cause damage to the devotion service to the Lord actually. Because instead of thinking of the Lord Krishna, he will just go on thinking regarding that actually, his new partner actually. So this is not good actually. Okay? So everybody has to keep away from the opposite sex actually. Okay? Although he is considered to be most liberated incarnation of Godhead, acceptance the most fallen conditioned soul, he strictly followed the rules and regulations of this sannyas order of life in connection with association with women. One of his personal associates, namely Chota Haridas, was associated with the Lord Chaitanya along with his other confidential personal associates, but somehow or other, this Chota Haridas looked lustfully on a young woman. The Lord Chaitanya was so strict that he at once rejected him from the sight of his personal associates. Lord Chaitanya said, for a sannyasi, anyone who is aspiring to get out of the clutches of the material nature and trying to elevate himself to the spiritual nature and go back home, back to Godhead, for him, looking toward the material possession and women for sense gratification, not even enjoying them, but just looking towards them with such a propensity is so condemned that he had better commit suicide before experiencing such a illicit desire actually. Actually, for this material possession actually, this is for everything actually. One should have only material possession according to his requirement actually. Necessities actually, bare necessities of life actually. And above them, this should not have actually. The next item is Gyan Yoga, Vyavasthiti. Being engaged in the cultivation of knowledge, sannyasi life is meant for distributing knowledge to the householders and others who have forgotten the real life of the spiritual advancement. If sannyasi is supposed to beg from door to door for his livelihood, but this does not mean that he is beggar acting. Humility is next quality is humility. Humility is also one of the qualifications of the transcendently situated person, and out of sheer humility, the sannyasis goes from door to door and not exactly for purpose of begging, but to see the householders and awaken them to the Krishna consciousness. We should also actually do the same thing. There are a lot of devotees who are coming to the temple, actually, they do not know regarding temple activities actually. We should actually explain them actually. Yeah? We also bring them in the devotion service actually. This is the duty of the sannyasi if he is actually advanced and so ordered by his spiritual master. He should preach Krishna consciousness with logic and understanding. If one is not so advanced, he should not accept the renounced order of life. But even if one has accepted the renounced order of life without sufficient knowledge, he should engage himself fully in hearing from a bona fide spiritual master to cultivate knowledge. A sannyasi or one in the renounced order of life must be situated in fearlessness, sattva samsuddhi and jnana yoga actually. These are the three qualities of a sannyasi. Well, this is not only for sannyasi, but actually other also must get it. The next item is charity. Charity is meant for householders. The householder should earn a livelihood by an honorable means, not by illegal things actually. This should be honorable means. Spend 50% of their income to propagate Krishna consciousness all over the world. Thus, a householder should give in charity to the institutional society that are engaged in that way. Charity should be given to the right receiver. There are different kinds of charity, as will be explained later on. So charity, the charity given out of duty at the proper time and proper place to a worthy person without expectation of return is considered to be charity in mode of goodness. We should give this charity actually. This is the thing, charity. But charity performed with an expectation of some return or with desire for fruitful results or in a grudging mood is said to be charity in mode of passion. Any charity performed at improper place and time is in mode of ignorance actually. This is the charity actually. Yeah. Charity in the mode of goodness is recommended by the scriptures, but charity in mode of passion and ignorance is not recommended because it is simply a waste of money actually. Charity should be given only to propagate Krishna consciousness all over the world. That is the charity in the mode of goodness. Then as far as the Dham, the self-control is concerned, it is not only meant for the other orders of religious society, but especially meant for the householders. Although he has a wife, a householder should not use his senses for sex life unnecessarily. There are restrictions for the householders even in sex life. We should only be engaged in for the propagation of the children. If he does not require children, he should not enjoy sex life with his wife. Modern society enjoy sex life with contraceptive method or more abnormal method to avoid the responsibility of children. This is not in the transcendental qualities, but a demonic act. If anyone, even if he is a householder, wants to make progress in his spiritual life, he must control his sex life and should not beget a child without the purpose of serving Krishna actually. If he is able to beget children who will be in Krishna consciousness, one can produce hundreds of children, but without this capacity should not indulge only for sense pleasure. Next is sacrifice. Sacrifice, another item to be performed by the householder. Because the sacrifice requires a large amount of money, those in the other orders of life, namely the brahmacharya, banprastha, sannyas, have no money. They live by begging actually. क्या लिखा है? वो कहाँ चला गया है? उसमें एक मिनट. I have this not advanced चल चेंज था. The social उधर है. अच्छा, वर्णाश्रम धर्म. हाँ, वर्णाश्रम इंस्टीट्यूशन संन्यास. ब्राह्मण कंसिडर टू बी स्पिरिचुअल मास्टर ऑफ द. नहीं, ये तो काफ़ी पीछे हो गया. मैं कहाँ चला गया? मिल नहीं रहा था. हाँ,
ब्रह्मचर्य वानप्रस्थ संन्यास
हैं? अच्छा, अरे बहुत पीछे आ गया. नहीं, आगे चले हम. ये हाँ, ये आएगा यहाँ पर. यहाँ पर यह है ज्ञान. ज्ञान ये हो गया. यहाँ चैरिटी. अच्छा, देन दम. यस, yes, sacrifice था. Yes, yes. They live by begging. So performance for different types of sacrifice meant for the householders. They should perform Agnihotra sacrifice enjoined in the Vedic literature. But such sacrifices at the present moment are very expensive. And it's not possible for any householder to perform them. The best sacrifice recommended in this age of Kali, in the age, is called Sankirtan Yajna. The Sankirtan Yajna, the chanting of the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, is the best and the most inexpensive sacrifice. Everyone can adopt it and derive benefit. So these three items, namely charity, sense control, performance, sacrifice, are meant for householders actually. Then Swadhyaya means Vedic study. Vedic study is meant for brahmacharya or student life. Brahmacharya should have no connection with the woman. They should have a life of celibacy and engage the mind in the study of Vedic literature for cultivation of spiritual knowledge. This is called Swadhyaya. Then tapas, austerity, is especially meant for the retired life. One should not remain a householder throughout the whole life. He must always remember that there are 4 divisions of life: brahmacharya, grahastha, vanprastha, sannyas. So, after grahastha, the householder life, one should retire. If one lives for 100 years, he should spend 25 years in the student life, 25 years in the householder life, 25 years as retired life, and 25 years in the renounced order of life. These are the regulations of the Vedic religious discipline. A man retired from the household life must practice austerities of the body, mind and tongue. This is the tapasya. Entire varnashram, dharma, society is meant for tapasya. Without tapasya or austerity, no human can get liberation. The theory that there is no need of austerity in life, that one can go on speculating and everything will be nice, is recommended neither in the Vedic literature nor in Bhagavad-Gita. So such theories are manufactured by the so-called specialists who are trying to gather more followers. If there are restrictions, rules and regulations, people will not become attracted. Therefore, those who want followers in the name of religion just to have a show only don't restrict the lives of their students, nor their own lives. But the method is not approved by the Vedas. As far as the Brahmical quality of simplicity is concerned, not only should a particular order of life follow the principle, but every member, be he be in the Brahmachari ashram, Grihastha ashram, Vanprastha ashram or Sannyas ashram, one should be very simple and straightforward actually. Ahimsa means not arresting the progress of life of any living entity. One should not think that since the spirit spark is never killed, even after the killing of the body, there is no harm in killing the animals actually for sense gratification. People are now addicted to eating animals in spite of having an ample supply of grains, fruits, and milk. There is no necessity for animal killing. This injunction is for everyone. Everyone. When there is no alternative, one may kill an animal, but it should be offered in sacrifice. At any rate, when there is an ample food supply for humanity, persons who are desiring to make advancement in spiritual realization should not commit violence to animals. Real ahimsa means not checking anyone's progressive life actually. The animals are also making progress in their evolutionary life by transmigrating from one category of animal life to another. If the particular animal is killed, then its progress is checked actually. If the animal is staying in a particular body for so many days or so many years is ultimately untimely. If he is untimely killed, then he has to come back again in that form of life to complete the remaining days in order to promote it to another species of life. So their progress should not be checked simply to satisfy one's palate. This is called ahimsa. Satyam, the word means that one should not distort the truth for some personal interest. In Vedic literature, there are some difficult passages, but the meaning or the purpose should be learned from a bona fide spiritual master. That is a process of understanding the Vedic Vedas. Shruti means that one should hear from the authority. One should not construe some interpretation for his personal interest. There are so many commentaries on Bhagavad-Gita that misinterpret the original text. The real import of the word should be presented, and that should be learned from a bona fide spiritual master. Akrut means to check anger. Even if there is a provocation, one should be tolerant. For once one becomes angry, his whole body is become polluted. Anger is a product of the mode of passion and lust, so one is transcendently situated should check himself from anger. Apassionam means that one should not find fault with others or correct them unnecessarily. Of course, to call a thief is not fault finding, but to call an honest person a thief is very much offensive for one who is making advancement in spiritual life. Hri means that one should be very modest and must not perform some act which is abominable. Achapalam, determination, means that one should not be agitated or frustrated in some attempts. There may be failure of some attempts, but one should not be sorry for that act. He should make progress with patience and determination. Actually, patience and determination, these are very much important actually. To complete a job actually, to complete a project actually, the determination, patience is a must actually. It takes time actually. So everybody must have the patience for completing job actually. If I studying a chapter actually, you must have patience. It takes time actually. You may repeat the things actually, one after another actually, and there you must have patience and determination to learn the chapter actually. Determination and the patience, this is a must actually. The word Tejas used here is meant for Kshatriya. The Kshatriya should always be very strong to be able to give protection to the weak actually. They should not pose themselves as non-violent. If violence is required, they must exhibit it. But a person who is able to curb down his enemy may, under certain conditions, show forgiveness. He may execute minor offense actually. Socham means cleanliness, not only in mind and body, but also in one's dealing act also. It is especially meant for the mercantile people who should not deal in the black market. Nati Manyata, not expecting honor, applies to the Sudra, the workers' class, which are considered according to the Vedic injunction to be the lowest of the four orders. They should not be purified, puffed up with unnecessary prestige or honor, should remain in their own status. It is the duty of the Sudras to offer respect to the higher classes for upkeep of the social order. All these 26 qualities mentioned are transcendental qualities. They should be cultivated according to the different statuses of the social and occupational order. The purport is that even though the material conditions are miserable, if these qualities are developed by practice by the class of men, then gradually it is possible to rise to the highest platform of transcendental realization. Hare Krishna. So we have to rise up to the transcendental platform, highest realization. If we are in the transcendental platform, actually, it means we are not influenced by the modes of material nature, actually, and we are in the liberated state, actually. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna.